It was just another quiet night at the 911 dispatch center, the kind of shift where nothing unusual ever really happens and time seems to move painfully slow. The operator, Sarah, had been taking calls for hours, dealing with minor complaints and routine emergencies without realizing something far worse was about to happen. At exactly 2:47 a.m., her screen lit up again with an incoming call, but something about this one immediately felt off. She answered like always, calmly asking, "911, what is your emergency?" But the silence on the other end wasn't normal. For a few seconds, there was nothing. No breathing, no background noise, just complete, unnatural silence. Then suddenly, a faint whisper came through. So quiet she almost thought she imagined it. The voice was shaky and broken, barely understandable, repeating the same words over and over again. "He's in the house. He's still here," the voice whispered. Sarah immediately straightened up, her training kicking in as she tried to trace the location of the caller. The system showed an address, a house located on the outskirts of town, miles away from anything. She kept asking questions, trying to keep the caller calm, but the voice didn't respond directly. Instead, the whisper became more desperate, like someone hiding and trying not to be heard. Then suddenly, the line went completely silent again. Sarah quickly dispatched a police unit to the location, marking it as a potential home invasion case. But something didn't sit right with her. The voice sounded wrong, almost unnatural. Minutes later, the officers arrived at the house and reported that everything looked completely normal from the outside. No broken windows, no forced entry, no signs of anything unusual. But when they stepped inside, that's when things changed. The entire house was empty, except for one thing. In the living room, they found a phone lying on the floor. And next to it was a body. The victim had been dead for hours, long before the call was even made. Sarah felt a chill run down her spine as she heard this over the radio. Because she knew, she had just spoken to that same voice minutes ago. The officers searched the house again, but there was no one else inside. No intruder, no suspect, nothing. Just that phone, still connected to the call. And then, it happened again. The phone started playing the same whisper. "He's still here." One of the officers slowly turned around, feeling like someone was watching him. But the house was still empty. At least, that's what it looked like. Because whatever made that call was never found. And to this day, that call is still recorded in the system. But no one dares to listen to it again. Because the last person who did reported hearing a second voice whispering right behind them.